Hello and welcome to the SKYMO Radio Gear channel. Today I'm sitting in a 2022 GMC Sierra, and the goal today is to do some testing on this console with the SKYMO adjustable radio mount. Now this console can be found in GMC Sierras and Chevy Silverados from model years 2019 to 2023. Not all the trucks from those model years have this console in it, but you can identify this console in particular by this square pocket that's between the two cup holders here. So your cup holders should be running side to side. They'll have this square pocket, and if that's the console you have, we're going to be doing some testing with this adjustable radio mount on your truck's console. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail about the adjustable radio mount itself today because we have other videos showing how it works, how your radio is mounted to this, and all that kind of good stuff. But I do want to show you what it looks like once it's installed and how secure it is. We've already done some testing, so we know where it works and where it doesn't work on this console. Okay, so we're zoomed in on the console here, and the first thing I want to talk about is where it's not going to work, because I do get some questions occasionally about, hey, will a radio mount work right here? And this adjustable radio mount, it will clamp in place here. The problem is that this well is not very deep, and so where your radio ends up sitting, first of all, large radios, you just don't have enough room down here for them. But even small radios, even if you could attach them, it doesn't leave you much room on the backside for the cables and such that are going to be coming out the back. So I wouldn't really recommend this adjustable radio mount for this position on this particular console. A second spot in this truck that looks like it might work for the adjustable mount, but I would not recommend, is right here coming off this cup holder. And the reason is that, as you can see, the seat is interfering. This seat right now is pushed back as far as it can go, and you can see that if you tried to install a radio here, it's going to be hitting the seat. So this is another spot that, unfortunately, the adjustable mount doesn't really work very well for in this truck. Now we've got the bad news out of the way, let's get to the good news. And the good news is the adjustable mount works really well on the sidewall of this console. So let's demonstrate that. First thing I want to note is that this piece right here is curved, and that's to accommodate a cup holder. But if you're installing it somewhere like this, where it's flat, it does come with this insert piece, and the backside's curved, it sits right in here, and then the front is now flat. So you can clamp that between the two pieces, and you'll have some more surface area sitting up against the surface that you're clamping to. So I'm going to leave that in place there so it gets clamped between the console and this piece. The adjustable mount comes with 4 different lengths of bolts, and the reason for that is that we try to avoid having a situation where these bolts are sticking out the backside of this too far. So if you're installing it to a surface that's narrower than this, you may want to swap in those shorter bolts. It's really easy to do as you're going through your installation process, so you can kind of check on that to avoid having bolts sticking out the back of this. Okay, so just kind of alternate on these until you are satisfied with the fit. I can yank up on this and it's not going to come up. It works really, really well on this console sidewall. And we do have a custom fit mount for this console sidewall. It can be installed anywhere along here. Similar concept, it just doesn't have this adjustable portion. It just snaps into place right on the console. Some people prefer the adjustable mount even if we have a custom fit mount, because you can take this off, put it in a different vehicle, you can put it in different locations. It's just a little bit more flexible. So we tested this out, and it's nice to know that it actually works really, really well in this context. You can get a nice secure clamp, and that's not going anywhere. Now, if you're not familiar with the adjustable mount, the next step in this installation process would be to take the bracket that came with your radio and secure it to this mount right here, and then your radio would get secured to that. So important to note that this all comes with the SKYMO adjustable radio mount kit, but this metal plate here is not meant to replace the bracket that came with your radio. It's just an interface between this part and the bracket that came with your radio. So again, check the description if you want a video of a full install process that shows everything being unboxed, everything the adjustable mount comes with, and kind of a more in-depth how-to on this mount. Right now we're just kind of demonstrating the installation on this truck. Okay, so we moved to the back seat of the truck now because I occasionally will get questions from people asking about radio mounts for these rear cup holders. And I'm not going to bore you with watching me tighten these down and installing this again, because you just saw how that works. But I have already installed it in the space between the cup holders, once again utilizing that insert that can clamp between the console and that rear piece. And this creates a nice secure mount. I mean, this is rock solid. Kind of an interesting one, because it does sit up off the console quite a bit there, just because this pocket is not quite as deep as most of the cup holders. But I would be very, very confident in this over rough roads or any terrain you can throw at it. It is nice and secure. And a final spot I want to show you with the adjustable mount installed in this console is right here, right next to what I just showed. But actually utilizing the cup holder itself, we took out that insert, so we're just using the curved cup holder part now. And this is also a very secure fit. It's not going to go anywhere. So if you do want to utilize the rear part of this console for your radio mount, the adjustable mount is a great option for that. Both of those installation locations are super solid. So if you want to check out the adjustable mount, it's our best-selling product. It can be found on SKYMO.com, SKYMO.com. It's usually right there on the homepage, but if you don't see it there, you can go to the menu and it's pretty easy to find. If you have any questions about this radio mount, feel free to drop a comment or reach out via email. I'll do my best to answer any questions, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.